but there is still, you know, a lot of improvement that the team could, you know, have on the app. You know, it was buggy. It did crash, you know, quite a bit. It was buggy. It did crash, you know, quite a bit. Did crash, you know, quite a bit. Crash, crash, crash. Don't put this in the bloopers. Okay. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Nerd Singh here, and in this video we're going to be talking about Shabad OS. With Guruji's Kirpa, myself, along with Sikh Inside, had the opportunity to do the seva of broadcasting and filming the Manchester Smagam 2019. And at that Smagam we used Shabad OS both inside the Darbar side for the projectors and inside the live stream. And I made a 30-second clip that I posted on Instagram about that system that we were using, and a lot of people messaged me directly and put comments in, how did you do it? So I just thought I'd make a video explaining it. And if you're interested in Shabad OS specifically with live streaming, you're most likely interested in filming and broadcasting as well, so we'll talk a little bit about how we filmed it. So let's watch this 30-second clip together and we'll just go through the systems and then we'll get a bit more into detail on Shabad OS. So to start with, we've got the broadcast computer here. This is the screen you're looking at, and we use Livestream app. There's 3 inputs into that computer, 3 angles, and then you can see a viewer of Shabad OS on the left hand side. So we just move forward there. That now is the computer that belongs to the Gurdwara Sahib that is being used to project the Shabad onto the screen, and that's also sending the Shabad to the live stream as well. So that's kind of that's where Shabad OS is installed, and that's sending it to the broadcast computer. Moving forward, we've got the audio equipment. So underneath on that stand, that's the Zoom F8. So on the left hand side there, we've got the Zoom F8 on that stand that's recording every mic input and a 360 atmospheric mic into that, and that will be edited afterwards. That will go on SoundCloud. On top, that's a USB audio interface, so there's 2 XLR inputs there. One's coming from the phones out from the mixer, so that's with effects, with everything that happens on the mixer, and then the other one is sharing an input from that 360 mic I just mentioned a moment ago, and that's mixed together to create a nice live sound for the broadcast. Because the F8, even though it's got every input in there, it's a flat sound, so sometimes on the broadcast it can sound a little bit flat, which isn't so good, so that's why we use that USB interface. And then finally we've got our 3 cameras. So on the left there we've got our side angle, that's an 85mm 1.2 lens on a GH5. In the middle there where that kid's walking past, we've got another GH5 with a Sigma 18 to 35mm 1.8 art lens on a Metabones Ultra. That's on a GH5, so that's the main wide angle on the Keertan. That's also recording in 4K as a backup. And then the final angle on the Sangat is a super wide 8 to 18mm lens on a Pocket Cinema 4K camera. So those are the cameras. All of those cameras are HDMI out, so they are actually being converted into SDI, which are going into this computer here, which is a custom built broadcasting computer. It's got this interface here. It's got 5 SDI inputs, so those cameras are going into there. And finally on this video I just pan across to show that on the projectors we've got Shabad OS showing on the screen. Okay, so Shabad OS, using it as an application just for the projectors and the Darbar side, that's kind of the most simple setup. Shabad OS, in my opinion, at the moment is probably the best, or one of the best apps to use for Gurbani search. I've been using Shabad OS since May 2018 with Guruji's Kirpa. I've been working with the Shabad OS team. They gave me a very specific version to use in my seva that I work at, Basics of Sikhi, and that's proving to be very efficient for us. So I have a lot of experience with it, but this version that we used at this Samagam is a newer beta which is rolled out. It's available on shabados.com website. So if you're interested in using Shabad OS just as a standalone app over the other apps that are available, it is extremely powerful. The searchability is so fast. Just for example, if you're searching a Shabad that has 3 words in it, like Oho Neho Novella, that can be quite difficult to search in other apps because it prefers to have at least 4 letters, but Shabad OS's algorithm is such that it will find that very quickly. Also, that Shabad Oho Neo Novella has an open UDA, so you'd actually have to press a different button from the normal UDA, but Shabad OS doesn't differentiate, so you can just press A, which is UDA, on the Gurmukhi keyboard and it will find it for you anyway. So little things like that are just so useful. Dasambani, we're at Manchester Smagam, it's in December, there's a lot of Shabads about the Jad Sabzade and Guru Gobind Singh Ji, and a lot of Dasambani sung. And so for example, you know, Jale Hari, Thale Hari, these are all 2 words, you know, like Rajan, Raj, Banan, Ban, you know, Bani from Jab side, they're all 2 words. So you can actually use hashtag and then just type in Hari or Rajan and it will come up with that Shabad. So, or you know, Tohi, 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 they're just 2 words. You can just type in Tohi and the whole Shabad will come up. Very difficult to find otherwise. The speed of switching between Asa Givar and Gurbani Shabad is really good. It's all the Baniyar's favourites, so then you can just work through Asa Divar as they're singing it, and then the Keertani as usual. At a Samagam they'd switch, sing a Shabad, then you can just go to your search a Shabad, and then when you go back to Asa Divar it'll just carry on from where you left off. So really powerful in that sense. Now the projectors at Manchester Smagam, my feeling were that the bulbs are going on them. You can see there in the video that it is quite dark. So we customized Shabad OS very easily to show the Gurbani in massive font, and we created a nice contrast background, black background, white text. So that customizability of being able to resize and choosing what you want on the screen, there's a lot of Garbali Sangat in Manchester, so we chose to have the translations there in Punjabi for them to enjoy and learn from, as well as the English, but then we could size things accordingly so that the Gurbani was nice and clear. But then how do we live stream with it? So this computer is connected to a router, so it's a part of a network. The broadcast computer, which has that screen on it, that's also connected to the same network. Because those 2 computers are connected to the same network, the live stream computer, the broadcasting computer, can connect to that Shabad OS system without having it installed. So you'd open a browser up and then you'd connect to the IP address, and that's what you can see there at the beginning of the video. I've got Shabad OS open on the left hand side, and that's not installed there. That's actually a Chrome browser connected to the IP address of the projector PC. And so that's for me to see myself what Shabad is active, and also I can see the Punktis. So I can actually control and change the Punktis from the broadcasting computer, and that will affect the projectors as well. So you can actually connect multiple, whatever computers, phones, tablets are connected on that same network, you can connect to that IP and you can actually control the Shabad OS from your phone or from that device. So there, as teamworking is a really, really powerful way of you know, working together as a team, searching Shabads together, or if you're struggling to find something, someone else can do it. Okay, so now in terms of the live stream, this is how we did it. So we've got a custom CSS document which is put into the program files on that projector PC in those program files, and then on the live stream app we input a browser graphics element and input that IP address that I just mentioned earlier. So we put a specific IP address in referring to that projector PC, referring to that CSS document, and then lo and behold, that's then connected to the live stream app. So that means whatever the projector PC does, whatever that Sewada does, they're changing. The Punkti is going to change the projectors, it's going to change that screen in front of the Keertani, but also the live stream app is going to, because it's connected to that same system through IP address, is going to change live on the broadcast. So that's one person doing everything. But also, because I can see it on my left hand side, because I connected to it on my... Oh, someone's at my door, I'll be back in 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Where were we? Okay. So on my broadcasting computer, we're connected to that projector computer. I'm seeing it on the browser. So whatever I change the Punkti there as well, it will affect the broadcast. So that means we have a collaboration effort. So hugely powerful, and then also a delegation of work, so that we're monitoring the cameras, we're monitoring the live stream, we're monitoring the audio, we're going backwards and forwards to the mixer. It really helps to have someone on the projector computer controlling the projector and the live stream, and then it means that we're free to then do what we need to do. But also, if something happens to that projector guy, we don't have to grab that computer, bring it here. It could be in a different location, it just needs to be on the same network. We've got the Shabad up on the left hand side, and we can control it. As long as the computers are still connected and they're on the same network, the whole system will work. So that's Shabad OS. So unbelievable, how powerful it is, and it was absolutely brilliant at the Smagam, especially because the song that they're asking for, bigger font, bigger text. But there is still, a lot of improvement that the team could, have on the app. It was buggy, it did crash, quite a bit. But the team, do this as say while they do it in their spare time, and they're working very hard on it, as to work at that stability issues, and also to kind of improve its memory performance as well, so it can work even faster. So just finishing off, Shabad OS is open source, so it's hugely powerful what you can do. This, what you can see on the Manchester Smagam 2019 broadcast, that's just the CSS that we made, but you can make it look however you want. It could be full screen, it could be at the top, it could have different fonts, it could have a different background, you could put images on it, and even the projector screen as well. Some people have really created some amazing templates with it, so it's very open for how you want to develop it. I'm not a coder myself, so I had to take the support from the Shabad OS team to give me the CSS. My expertise is more in filming and that kind of stuff. But hugely powerful, and huge thanks to the team to making this app, and what it's capable of is insane. Just from an ease perspective of using it as a projector, but also now bringing Gurbani to the masses, on a live stream with so much ease. There was a point in 2017, there's a video on my channel where I was copying and pasting every single punkti live to get it on the live stream, and that to come from that to this kind of thing is absolutely unbelievable. Gurji's Kirpa. So I hope this video helped you. I hope you learned something, whether it was about Shabad OS or filming, and the team are very, very helpful. So if you want to know specifically how to set up your live stream in your scenario with your app, whether it's OBS or Livestream or Wirecast, then get in touch with Shabad OS on Instagram. Just direct message them, and they're very, very helpful. They'll get back to you. They've already got a lot of the CSS templates set up. There's a lot of web pages that they've already set up with the the tutorials how to do it, and so you can get more information. But I hope this kind of overview of the system gives you a bit more insight of how powerful Shabad OS is, just generally using it in just as a search engine, but also for live streaming. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.